Can't get you out of my mind. It's like I feel it for the first time. Been thinking about you all night. I've been searching for this all my life. You're just my type. I've been looking for a boy who can treat me right. Your dark hair with those eyes so bright. They look into my soul and it sparks my life. Can I take you there? Like it was the first time, do you remember? Can I take you there? Back to when we felt like this was forever. Can I take you there? Like it was the first time, do you remember? Can I take you there? You're all I need. Can I take you there? Can I take you there? For the wrong guys, they keep telling me it's alright. How could I be so blind? I've been searching for this all my life. You're just my type. I've been looking for a boy who can treat me right. Your dark hair with those eyes so bright. They look into my soul and it sparks my life. Can I take you there? Like it was the first time, do you remember? Can I take you there? Back to when we felt like this was forever. Can I take you there? Like it was the first time, do you remember? Can I take you there? You're all I need. Can I take you there? Can I take you there? Take you there.
Here we go again. Trying hard, but you wanna be my friend. Ain't no place to hide, ain't no one to run to. Here we go again. Call my bluff, I'ma be here till the end. I'm the one you ride, I'm the one you ride to. If you don't wanna change, ain't no place to hide, ain't no one to run to. If you don't wanna change, I can help you out. 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 Here we go again. Time is up and I'm calling up my friends. Ain't no wonder why, ain't no wonder ride to.
Yo, what is up, guys? Good morning. It is an early stream this morning, and we are going into this Browns franchise still. My normal morning streams are normally football. I do have a few viewers that come here for rebuild content. So, we lost to the Bengals from a last-second interception. Jarvis Landry is back. We'll have all of our offensive weapons to take on this Pittsburgh Steelers team that is 1-0. I think that drops us down to the bottom of the division. Just one game in. This is one that we are going to want to win. So, let's see what they got here. They've got TJ Watt. They got Trent Williams. They've got Minka Fitzpatrick. And they got Cameron Hayward. Go, turn that down a little bit. And let's get into this Browns versus Steelers game. All right, it's 3rd and 8. We have the ball. Let's see if we can get a first down. AB is going to bring that one in for the first. Kind of a vengeance game against Pittsburgh here for AB. I forgot to get coffee, guys. Which is very unfortunate. Another 3rd down alert. Let's see if they can pull it off themselves. They do in the red zone. And we score the touchdown. Going back and forth here. 3rd down alert. Take control. Been all offensive playage. I kind of want to get a defensive playage in here. I mean, we're beating Pittsburgh. Let's go ahead and go into the 2-minute drill. See if we can get some points here before the half. And they jam up the line of scrimmage. Not getting anywhere. So let's go with this wide receiver under. I'm more looking for Landry out the slot here. And Landry brings it in. We're going to hurry up to the line of scrimmage. We're going to go for a screen pass here to Kareem Hunt. Hopefully our O-line can block for us. And Hunt's going to get out of bounds. 1:10 left on the clock in this half. 209 yards and 2 touchdowns so far for Baker Mayfield. That was close to not being good. Just staying in the shotgun to get the most receivers out that we can. We got AB out. We got Jarvis Landry out. We got Odell. Austin Hooper drops the ball there. I was just trying to get rid of it. He was the only player I really saw open. I'm going to bring Kareem Hunt in here on the block. This Pittsburgh front should still be pretty powerful. And Hooper brings that one in and stays on his feet and is able to get out of bounds. So still not using any timeouts here. Bring Kareem Hunt in here to block. Landry's going to get open, but he drops the ball. Unable to hang on to it. Go in for some slants here. Heavy zone coverage by Pittsburgh and a pass interference call, but Odell could have brought that in if he'd have kept going. And we are going to take that. And we're going to attempt to score a touchdown here to either Odell Beckham Jr. or AB. Depends on where Minka goes. He's just going to drop completely back. Odell brings it in for the touchdown. Just getting across the line. Touchdown, Browns. And that's Odell's second touchdown of the game. I think that's what that's supposed to mean. Nice pocket for Baker. Odell bringing that one in and getting into the end zone where we needed him to be. Into the third quarter. Why can't I play defense? There we go. I finally get a defensive play, guys. We're gonna crush this lineup here. Oh, and I thought he was gonna come up where I was, and he does not. Pittsburgh gets a touchdown. They get another touchdown. And Pittsburgh loses. We beat the Steelers. Got to play one defensive play. So, well, I'll wait a second here, because we're going to have to do some simming, and then I'm going to get my coffee, and then we'll be really ready to roll. Some messed up hair going on here. Apparently we had a turnover, which is fine. We passed for almost 400 yards, 150 on the ground, averaging almost 7 yards a play. Very good game for us. I don't know who that is, but that does not look like Ben Roethlisberger. It is not, and he should not have number 7. So 4 touchdowns for Baker Mayfield on the day. Let's take a look at the end of the game stats here. 23 for 39, 4 touchdowns, 1 interception. Nick Chubb with 103 yards, no touchdowns. Kareem Hunt with 8 touches for 42 yards, no touchdowns. Baker Mayfield scrambled for 5 yards. Receiving, Jarvis Landry had one hell of a day, 145 yards and a score. Austin Hooper with 48 yards off 6 receptions. Odell with 83 yards, 3 touchdowns off 4 receptions. Kareem Hunt with 3 receptions for 51 yards. Antonio Brown, 2 for 23. Njoku, 1 for 15. And Nick Chubb, 1 for 7. We have allowed 3 sacks this game. Let's see how defense did. Did we have any sacks? We had 3 sacks altogether. 1.5 by Garrett, half by Greedy Williams, and 1 by Larry Ojanobi. TFLs, we had 4. Tackle leader is Carl Joseph. Not seeing our... There's a middle line. No, that's an outside linebacker. So our punter has an upgrade. 24 years young. He's a really decent punter. Go ahead and get that accuracy up. No need really for the power rate now. 93 kick power. So we bring Pittsburgh down to 1-1 on the season. Tying up for division. We have negotiations. Get Nick Chubb, Denzel Ward. Baker will be on contract. It's going to depend how the season goes. David Njoku. Our punter is definitely going to come back. I like the fact that we have a young punter. He wants a 2-year deal. We're going to try to get him on longer than that. Let's go ahead and start negotiating with Nick Chubb here. We have quite a bit of cap space. He wants to hold on until he's 30. That's fine. 97 overall. Denzel Ward, we definitely want to bring back. I would actually be okay with signing him to an extremely long-term deal. Turning him into, hopefully, a monster of a corner in the league. We'll want to bring back the guard. Sheldon Richardson will probably let walk. Our safety, Ronnie Harrison, will probably bring back maybe on a 1-year deal. And that's about it. Nothing really else that I want to bring back. We get a weekly award. Probably Baker Mayfield for his outstanding day. Terrell Edmonds with 11 tackles and an interception. We get a player upgrade here. Our right tackle. Go ahead and pump him up to help with that run game. Ronnie Harrison Jr. gets an upgrade. We're going to go ahead and go hybrid. Hybrid's going to give us an overall, all-around upgrade for him. Is this our rookie? No. We're going to give him a little bit of pass coverage, because we do have our outside linebackers drop back into coverage off and on. Wyatt Teller with an upgrade, our right guard. And we'll definitely take upgrades on the O-line all day. Okay, here is our rookie outside linebacker. We're going to go ahead and pump a coverage into him because we know he's definitely going to have to play in those coverages. 45 zone coverage is not ideal. So we have a few weeks here to sim past. Let's go ahead and start moving forward. 15 minutes in, and we've already got one win. And we just got win number 2 against the Raiders. Division tied right now. Breakout player for Rashad Higgins, who isn't really on the field. With the AB and everything. We definitely want this upgrade on our middle linebacker. Young, rookie, up-and-coming linebacker. Jacob Phillips, we're going to manually upgrade as well. Give him that pass coverage upgrade. And the rest we can, well, Jack Sandburn we can manually upgrade as well. He is also a rookie. And then the rest of these we can sim. We do have a new injury. Let's see who it is. Odell out for 25 weeks with a pectoral tear. His season is done again. This is 2 years in a row now that we've lost Odell Beckham Jr. Let's go take a look at our practice squad. See if there's a wide receiver we can bring up. I think there is. Actually, I think we ran 6 wide receivers. Now that I think about it, yes, we did. We ran 6 wide receivers because we've had injury issues with this team and their wide receivers. While I am thinking about it, let's take a look at our stadium. We definitely need to upgrade it. There we go. We got our stadiums upgraded. Make sure that everything looks good. 45, it's in okay condition. Go ahead and renovate the seating. Take a look at our staff really quick. Our trainer. Yeah, we're definitely going to want to make some changes here. So let's get rid of our trainer. He seems to be bad on regression. Let's bring in Daniel Morgan. He's world class. Bring him in on a 2-year deal worth 300,000. Okay, he takes it just to see how things go with him. We also probably have a lot of points we can spend on our head coach as well, now that I think about it. We do. We're going to increase the weekly XP. We're going to focus on this defense, but also we want expert scouting and trade negotiator. And then let's go ahead and work on our linebackers and our O-line. Get the extra XP for all of them. Our new trainer has been signed. Let's see what is in trades here. We're gonna look into middle linebackers. That's where we're really hurting. Nothing there. Outside linebackers, we're not really looking at anything that is an improvement. Offense looks fine. It's mostly defense that we need to worry about. Free safety. Ooh. Julian Blackman would be really nice to have. They're looking for a quarterback, but I'm not going to give them Baker. Baker's on the last year of his contract. What else do they need? They need a middle linebacker as well. I can't give them one of those. I might have an edge rusher that I can give them. Let's see here. Look at our wide receiver depth chart here. We can't really trade any wide receivers. I mean, if they want Odell, we could give them Odell, I guess. But I would want a draft pick with it. But we're going to take a huge cap hit. I don't want to take that big of a cap hit. AB we have on that 1-year deal through free agency. It comes into terms of a linebacker. We have nothing to trade. You guys interested in Cable or negative? What about Phillips? No. So I don't think we're going to get anything out of that. That is a really high overall free safety to have on trade block. But I don't have anything I can trade for him. We have a young safety anyway. He's developable. So there's nothing really there that we need to look into. We beat the Chargers. Fred Higgins does not get his dev trait up. We're going to bring back the right guard. For sure, we're bringing back the offensive lineman. Let's go ahead and put him on a 4-year deal. Put him on a 5. Let's give him till he's 31. Give him $4 million even. Now, what would Baker bring our cap down to? Yeah, we're not signing Baker Mayfield. I haven't seen enough consistency from him. And we need to save some room for our strong safety and our punter. I need to turn auto scouting off. I need to import my draft class. Fortunately, we are going to be upgrading Baker for whoever takes him next. I mean, I wouldn't mind keeping David Njoku, but with Austin Hooper, David Njoku just does not make sense to keep. So maybe we add David Njoku to trade block. We're going to see if we get any bites on him. And Austin Hooper gets an upgrade. That's a nice upgrade for Austin Hooper. 26 years old at a 90 overall. Good tight end for us. I mean, Baker seems to be playing very well, but at the same token, like... Oh, wrong one. There we go. So we're going to have to look into quarterbacks. I think Freeman looking good. Like I said, we are going to be moving on from Baker Mayfield. Just don't have the money for it. I'm never impressed with Baker. So we will just let him go. Even from a controlling standpoint, I wasn't a big fan of how he handles. It's been a while. We don't play again until week 10 here. We do get trade offers on David Njoku. Let's see what people are offering. Buffalo's offering a 3rd, a 5th, and a 7th. And this is for the 3rd for this year, a 5th for next year, and a 7th for next year. We're going to go ahead and decline that. We're going to give it one more week because that's trade deadline. And see if we have any other takers. We do get a breakout player scenario. We want to go ahead and turn auto scouting back on. So, Ronnie Harrison Jr. looking to go up a dev trait. Let's finish scouting these quarterbacks. I don't think I made a whole lot of quarterbacks. I think I made it like a really light quarterback class. I think Jack Callaway was also a decent quarterback. But I can't remember what all I made that was decent. Middle linebackers, we just drafted some, so we're looking for outside linebackers. Here's a pass coverage guy looking at a second round talent. You know, if we could find a left outside linebacker that was a pass coverage, we could convert him over to the other side. Safeties, I think, were good. I mean, it says we could use a free safety. Let's see what I have made here. I don't think I have anything super amazing. Go for this player upgrade. Our middle linebacker developing very nicely. So that's kind of why I'm leaning against drafting one, but it doesn't look like he's getting his snaps. So I'm going to have to see what's going on in the depth chart to make it so our middle linebacker gets his snaps. I'm going to guess that he is not the starting middle linebacker when it comes to specialists. He is not. So we need to bump him up here and get him in on the field. More trade offers with David Njoku. Let's see if anybody else puts in a bid. Buffalo is the only team. Let's go see what we can do to trade with Buffalo. Do a manual trade. Oops. So the Bills are interested in Njoku. What's up, Cade? Then we can sign somebody off free agency or pull in a tight end that they have. Let's see. I can take Dawson Knox. There's not much of an overall difference there. What do they have at... We could try to get Tremaine Edmonds. I would trade for Tremaine Edmonds. I would just do a flat trade with that. And they are not interested, so they must not want David Njoku too bad. Linebackers. We still need outside linebacker help. But I don't think they have pass coverage linebackers. Free safety, it's saying we need. I don't want Micah Hyde. He's a little too old. Considering how young David Njoku is, we don't need edge rushers. Because we need a left end, but I don't think we actually do. We actually could use a wide receiver with Antonio Brown being out. Or not Antonio Brown, but Jarvis Landry being out. Yeah, I'm looking at wide receivers now because Odell's out again. So, Gabriel Davis looks like he could have some upside to him. He's 22 years old. Decent catching. We could definitely use somebody to replace, but maybe we go with a draft pick. I know they were offering a third, but I'd like a second, a fifth, and maybe a next year's fifth. Let's see if they'll do that for Njoku. Close. So let's get rid of the next year's fifth. We'll take the second and the fifth for David Njoku. Okay. Go with... I'll give them a 7th to top it off. How about that? How about a 7th? There we go. They took that. David Njoku's off the roster. That's one player we won't have to re-sign. So let's go see if we can find ourselves a cheap tight end to fill that gap. We can get Greg Olsen. Perfect fit for us to replace Njoku. And there we go. So, Odell being out, I think we're still okay. I just didn't like the trade offer that they were giving me. And maybe we try to upgrade or go up in the draft with some of these picks. We're 5-1. We're looking to get rid of Baker Mayfield. He just wants too much money. And I'm not a big Baker Mayfield fan. Okay. Weird scenario. Doesn't look like anybody I'm too interested in manually upgrading. We have other players besides Baker we need to worry about. Ronnie Harrison Jr. is one that I would love to keep here, but we are starting to run low on money. See if he'll just take that. He wants a better bonus. Can't get our punter yet. And when we go to get into our next playage, I'm going to run and get coffee. Let's see. Eli Apple gets an upgrade, which is what we want to see out of our corners. We want to see our corners getting upgrades, considering he got a Defensive Back of the Year nominee last season and went up to a star dev. Should have no issue beating the New York Jets here. $41-35. Close game. You get a media question here. Yeah, they just need to worry about winning. I'm not going to boost anything. Middle linebacker is starting to develop very nicely. He started at a 70. He's up to a 75. Especially now that he's getting snaps on the field. Donovan Peoples-Jones gets an upgrade. And I think what we're going to do is maybe if we go to trade up in the draft, we put Odell Beckham Jr. on the trade. Just to get that, be more able to get a #1 pick. Because it looks like we will be picking very late this season. We've only got one loss. We're 7-1. Tight division, though. 6-2 and 5-3. And the Bengals, who beat us at the beginning of the season in game #1, are 4-4. So even without Odell, this offense is still thriving. Let's go take a look at the stats. Baker Mayfield, #4 in passes. Second in touchdown and passing yards. Nick Chubb is third in the NFL for rushing yards, 6 for touchdowns. And our main wide receiver is Austin Hooper, apparently, with 6 receiving touchdowns. So let's go take a look at our team stats. It looks like Case Keenum came in for a bit. Baker must have got injured on a play. 5 interceptions, 22 touchdowns. Rushing, Chubb and Kareem Hunt doing pretty good, over 1,000 yards on the year between the two of them. Receiving wise, Austin Hooper is leading the charge, followed by Rashad Higgins, Antonio Brown, and Jarvis Landry. And it looks like we're spreading the ball around for everyone to get some touchdowns. Defensively, I see at least 4 interceptions. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 interceptions on the season so far. So that's looking relatively nice. Myles Garrett having a monstrous season with 8.5 sacks already past the midway point. So let's go ahead and get this loaded up. I'm going to run and get some coffee, and I will return. We are back. Nick Chubb being one of the top rushing leaders. Last week, 3 touchdowns on the ground and 137 yards. That's a really nice game. That is a really nice game. Let's see if we can carry the momentum against this Baltimore Ravens team. See how Lamar Jackson's been progressing. That's hot. Ow. That is the exact type of play we're looking for. Looking to contain Lamar Jackson as much as possible. And Lamar gets contained and gets sacked. Hey, thank you for the hot light. So Lamar Jackson takes a sack on our first defensive snap. We didn't get a whole lot last time we played against Pittsburgh. We didn't get much for defense. All right, let's open up this game. We haven't done a first quarter drive, so let's go ahead and do one of those. Let's get Nick Chubb on the ground. He had a monsters game the previous week. Let's keep his momentum up. Nick Chubb powers up to the 31-yard line. His first touch is for 11 yards. Let's go. Playing the ground game a lot seems to be probably our best bet. And there's like another 12? Yeah, it's another 12 yards for Nick Chubb. He is rolling already, coming off of that Monsters game last week. Finally stopped without getting a first down, a few yards there. I think that brings us into play action territory. Something we haven't done a whole lot with this team. We're looking for Jarvis Landry or Bryant over here. Maybe even Greg Olsen on that underneath. Too many people trying to catch that ball in the same spot. What? Go into shotgun. I know that this team calls and has a lot of shotgun formation stuff. Like running 3 wide receivers on runs. Antonio Brown can't come down with it. Tried to high point it. Just could not get it there. That's a nice stop on special teams inside the 20. Oh, whoops. I didn't mean to take that playage, but I guess that's what we're going to do. Get Nick Chubb rolling again. He seems to be the key to our success. Just about cuts out to make a first. Just doesn't quite get it.
He was brought down by Marcus Peters. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 33-yard line.
Nick Chubb powers forward for the first down. Showing that resilience is Nick Chubb. So he's almost to 1,000 yards on the season. Oh, they put stumble recovery back in finally. And Nick Chubb goes down. Not something we want to see. We're going to have to go to Kareem Hunt, which is fine. He's more of a speedster. So maybe we can get some juke moves on them. But apparently not. Kareem Hunt's first touches for negative yardage. And still a scoreless game here. for these curls here. We should be able to get a first down. We're going to take a nice, safe approach. Toss it down to Hooper. Doesn't get the first, but in a much better position. Baker 1 for 3 now. Yeah, dislocated shoulder. Nick Chubb will not be back on the day. I cut that too early. But we're not going to let them get anywhere. Still inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. A good day for our punter so far. Looks like they're going for it on 4th down. Let's help our defense out here. Haven't done much defense. Only had the one play. Calling our guys into a QB contain. Watch for Lamar. He runs for it. And runs up the gut. Gets the first down. And we are looking to keep Lamar Jackson out of the end zone. So we're pretty much going to be constantly calling QB contains here. Just to be sure that Lamar can't take off out the sides. I didn't know Dobbins, Josh Dobbins, okay. And Lamar can't get rid of the ball, can't get out of the pressure. Myles Garrett gets a sack. His 10th of the season. And Myles Garrett is looking good. So Justin Tucker coming out to get the gimme shot for him. And the field goal is good. First score of the game. The Ravens take the chip shot field goal for Justin Tucker. Now our offense is on the move. Let's see what we can do to get a touchdown, or at the very least come away with a field goal here. It is 2nd and 2. Jarvis Landry can't get over top of the corner. And that should have been some pass interference there, but they don't call it. So we will take the field goal to tie this game up. We have had no success on offense. See what the offense can come away with here. Comes away with a field goal. Defense needs our help. All right, let's see what we can do here to keep this drive alive. We're trying to keep the score. It is a 3rd and 4. Antonio Brown, Jarvis Landry, and Greg Olsen, along with Austin Hooper out. Landry's going to get wide open there on that quick slant. And that's a first down. No touchdowns for Baker Mayfield, so it must have been on the ground. And there we go. We beat the Baltimore Ravens. 27-19, I think is what it was. 27-13. So our defense is definitely, for being the lower end of our team, looking much better than our offense, I think. I think a lot of that has to do with the pass rush. We had 2 takeaways today off of Lamar Jackson. Or at least the Baltimore Ravens. Let's see here. Yes, 2 interceptions thrown by Lamar. Let's take a look at our stats here. 20 for 29 for Baker Mayfield with 1 touchdown. No interceptions. Rushing, Kareem Hunt, 23 touches, 92 yards, and 1 touchdown. Nick Chubb ended up with almost 40 yards before he went out of the game. Receiving-wise, Austin Hooper leading the charge with 57 yards for 5 touches, most receptions. Jarvis Landry, 4 receptions for 88 yards and a touchdown. Everybody else just had yards. Blocking, we gave up 1. We gave up 1 sack. Interceptions. Let's see who got our picks here. Denzel Ward and Ronnie Harrison Jr., the strong safety. Looking for that contract. Sacks. Myles Garrett with 3 and 2 for Sheldon Richardson. This pass rush is looking phenomenal. TFLs 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And let's look at total tackles here. Ronnie Harrison Jr. leading the charge on tackles. Definitely a decent game overall for us. We get a bunch of upgrades. Keep that left tackle powerful. Keep those power rushers off those edges. Greedy Williams gets an upgrade. We're going to go ahead and upgrade a slot for him, because he is at the point of being a slot corner anyway, but he gets man coverage upgrades. But, okay. Shaka Tony is our rookie. We're going to bump another pass coverage into him. He's already developed in a rushing sense. So, at this point, developing him into coverage is not a bad call. Now, if he doesn't develop quick enough, we can switch him to the opposite side, or we can switch him to an edge rusher if his size is right. So our next game is again against Baltimore. So I'm going to guess that like our whole last 3 games of the season is going to be the last of our division games, and it's looking like it is. Get some more player upgrades here. Oh, whoops, I just kicked my mic. Still got some player negotiations. Let's find the players we want. We want our safety, showing so much potential for us. I'll up that a little bit. I'll up that a little bit, and we will offer him that. There we go. Sheldon Richardson, I think we're going to let walk. He is going to regress anyway. I honestly think the last one we want to grab is our punter, because we have like no cap space left. I'm going to put him on a long-term deal. Having a good punter is always a nice thing to have. I'll offer Baker that. He's not going to like it. What? Wait, what? What just happened? Alright. Did we just get Baker Mayfield on a super cheap contract? And why do we not have 5th-year options anymore? I don't understand what just happened. Check weekly awards. Sheldon Richardson, 5 tackles with 3 sacks, giving him Defensive Player of the Week. We can't sign anybody else now. Baker Mayfield just took the last of our cap space. Our strong safety with an upgrade. With him being younger, giving him hybrid upgrades is going to help across the board for him. We have an injury on Mac Wilson, which might hurt our defense quite a bit, considering I don't think we have another backup pass coverage linebacker. Hey, thank you for the hot like. I'm not sure who it is, but thank you for the like. Kareem Hunt with an upgrade. Give him that elusiveness, make it so he can juke better. Gordon Elliott getting an upgrade here as well. So we barely eke out a win against the Texans. We do have one new injury. Odell is out. Mac Wilson, I think we should be okay for 3 weeks. I mean, it's going to be a little rougher for our defense, but our defense seems to be performing very well for us. And we beat the Vikings 27-17. Let's see where we are standing in the playoff picture. Our whole division's looking like they're going to the playoffs. What is going on here? Kansas City leading that charge for the playoffs, though, so we want Kansas City to lose. We take on Kansas City in the last week of the season. Get Nick Chubb his upgrades. As he gets a speed upgrade, we're definitely going to take that. I'm going to keep Larry Ogunjobi as a power rusher. It brings a nice balance to make it so we can push for the quarterback. Let's go ahead and get Myles Garrett some speed rushing. And auto upgrade the rest of these. So we're 10-1. We go against the Chicago Bears. And we are going to win that game 42-24. So that still keeps Kansas City in the front for the playoff picture. Mac Wilson is available to play. We're going to go ahead and start the backup. And I want to see if any of our players have unleashed their hidden dev traits. I think it was just our middle linebacker, and he is a star dev. The outside linebacker and the edge rusher have not yet. So, let's get these upgrades done. Sheldon Richardson, we're going to bump to a run stuffer in his age. That's where he should pretty much be at. His age and his size, being a run stopper. That's kind of what Sheldon Richardson has been known to be. Our left end, Trey Hendrickson, who has not been showing up too much. Not very many like sacks or anything for him. We put him on that opposite side of Myles Garrett, hoping for him to help improve this defensive line, and it seems he's regressed to a normal dev trait. I'm looking for these zone coverages here for Shakatoni, which he's starting to get there. He's at a 50. Not quite starter caliber for me yet. And we will be taking on the Baltimore Ravens. We get a new injury. Carl Joseph with a broken hand. That is definitely going to hurt our secondary. So let's get into this game at M&T Bank Stadium against the Baltimore Ravens. And see if we can duplicate what we did once already and beat the Ravens. Because the more of our division rivals we can knock out of the playoffs, the better. We are moving through the seasons much quicker now that we are doing play the moments as opposed to playing the full game. Which is kind of what I wanted to do. I wanted to be able to get through these games a little bit quicker, and then once we get through a lot of the teams in the NFL, we're going to do some fun stuff like fantasy drafts and everything. I'd like to do a day where we do a fantasy draft where I can get some of you guys in here and we can draft the team together. Let's go ahead and get this underway. Looks like they're going for it on 4th down. It is 4th and inches. First things first, let's go to our coaching adjustments. Option plays, we're going to focus on the QB. And we're going to run a full-blown blitz. There's no reason not to. Committing our guys to the run, we get the stop. And here comes Baker Mayfield, who just got signed to a cheap deal. I was looking to move on from Baker. I threw him an offer to be a smartass, and the game was like, oh, okay, we'll take this deal. And I'm very confused about it. There's no quarterback in their right mind that is a franchise quarterback would have taken the deal that I gave Baker Mayfield. 3rd and inches. This really seems like a Nick Chubb play. Hand it off to the most consistent player on the team and let him do his thing. And Nick Chubb makes the first down. Powering and fighting and clawing his way forward for that first. Third down alert. We're going to let them take care of that one. Red zone alert. Take advantage of the field position. So we got a turnover there. Red zone alert again. Our defense is just killing Baltimore. They finally get some points up on the board. 2-minute drill. Let's go ahead and do that. We haven't played a whole lot. It's 21-7. So that's without us playing. Our team is doing this well. Jarvis Landry brings it in. Nice gain. 119 yards and 3 touchdowns for Baker Mayfield today. From what I've seen, we've been pretty much in the red zone the whole game. Got Kareem Hunt out on the field. Let's see what we can do with this play here. Kareem Hunt gets wide open. Making a guy miss. Can he get to the end zone? And he does not get it in. He gets down at the 1-yard line. So we're going to try to power it in here. Ooh, why? I don't like the fact that Kareem Hunt was the one getting the ball. There we go. Get Nick Chubb the ball here. See if he can power his way in. And he cannot. He gets knocked back a yard. Going into a 2nd and goal. All right, so the middle linebacker's backed off a little bit. Nick Chubb trying to power forward, but can't get in. Ravens definitely bringing out a heavy blitz here. Nick Chubb finds a hole, and he gets in for the touchdown. First rushing touchdown of the game for Nick Chubb, making sure that his consistency stays up. I'm not too worried about keeping the drive alive at this point. Yeah, I think we got this. I think the Ravens literally just fell from grace and died. So I have hardly played anything here. I've played maybe a few snaps of offense, few snaps of defense. But it wasn't worth going out to play in a 40-something to 7 game. Once it gets out of hand, I don't even find it worth going into play. So 5 touchdowns for Baker Mayfield today off that new contract extension that he got. 18 for 30, though. Not a huge success rate rushing-wise. Nick Chubb over 100 yards and a score on the ground. Kareem Hunt had 81 yards. Baker Mayfield had 13. Who are you? Our, third-string running back got a touchdown. So, through the air, Antonio Brown gets a touchdown. 2 for Kareem Hunt, 1 for Landry, and 1 for Greg Olsen. Quiet day, pretty much, for everybody else. See how many sacks we allowed. 4 sacks. Defensively, 3 interceptions. No forced fumbles, but that's fine. Interceptions we will take. I can't believe I got Baker Mayfield on that crappy contract. And I'm not even happy about it. I'm actually very upset because I was planning on changing my quarterback. But we are taking Baker Mayfield, I guess, as our franchise guy. The face of the Cleveland Browns is Baker. We're going to go ahead and move forward to the Cincinnati Bengals game and try to get a little bit of redemption against them, giving us our only loss on the season so far. So a 91 overall offense and 84 defense. Look at these weekly awards. 18 for 30 is still not a great passer completion rating. 301 yards, 5 passing touchdowns, 4 sacks, 3 carries for 13 yards, and Greedy Williams with 4 tackles and 2 interceptions on that game as well. Crazy numbers. Crazy. But the worst part is going into this offseason with no cap space. That's going to be the worst part of this whole situation. Middle linebacker gets an upgrade. Moving along very well for us here. 23 years old, though. He's not going to have a long lifespan in the NFL. But long enough to get him some upgrades and suffice for us. I think... How close is the division? I think we sim. I think we sim to the playoffs. Go ahead and go to next week. Hopefully we beat the Cincinnati Bengals. And we lose 50-29. What happened? What happened? Joe Burrow threw all over us for 219 yards and 4 touchdowns. Baker had 3, but he also had 2 interceptions. Joe Mixon. We didn't even get a sack on him. 81 completion percentage, 22 of 27, 18 of 34 for Baker Mayfield. Baker did not look good that game. Nick Chubb only had 41 yards. Really quiet for us. Tyler Boyd just lit us up. 3 touchdowns for him. 2 for Landry. 1 for Rashad Higgins. But I know there was no interceptions. I know there was no sacks. That's insane. 1 forced fumble, and we didn't even recover it. Wow. They put a stomping on us. That's our kryptonite right there, the Cincinnati Bengals. Still leading the division, though, which is fine. And our whole division still looking like a playoff caliber division. And right now, we're looking at going against Cincinnati in our first round of the playoffs, whom is clearly whooping the dog crap out of us. Our wide receivers are not getting any younger. We do get another new injury here. Our center goes down for 6 weeks. That might even be part of the problem. See if there's any centers we can bring into the team here. I doubt it. There's not. Yeah, there's nobody in here to grab. So, go ahead and sim past this Pittsburgh game. I saw another injury flash up. So now we have another injury. Come on, man. Kareem Hunt with a broken thumb. We at least beat Pittsburgh 45-10. We came out angry and swinging. Okay, so Cincinnati's gone. They are gone now. Which is what we wanted to see, was Cincinnati disappear. We don't have to take them on. Kansas City still with the #1 seed. We are looking to dethrone Cincy here. I think if we beat Cincinnati, we end up with the first round bye. So that's something we are looking forward to seeing if that will happen. I know that I was doing a lot of hybrids for my safeties, but we're going to go into the zone. YouTube messing up. That's nothing new. So let's see if we beat Kansas City. If we beat Kansas City, I think we take the #1 seed. We lose 34-28, so Kansas City gets to keep the bye week. We are going to go against Oakland. The Ravens and the Steelers also both still in the playoffs. And then on the other side, it's Seattle and the Rams. Dallas with the #1 seat. Falcons and Packers, Niners, and the Panthers. So I'm going to take a real quick intermission. Let's get these upgrades out of the way first. And I'm going to take a really quick break, and I will be back. I'll go to the bathroom, get something to munch on real fast. We will get to these playoff games. So, I will be back.
Here we go again. Trying hard, but you wanna be my friend. Ain't no place to hide, ain't no one to run to. Here we go again. Call my bluff, I'ma be here till the end. I'm the one you ride, I'm the one you ride to. If you don't wanna change, ain't no place to hide, ain't no one to run to. If you don't wanna change, I can help you out. 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 Here we go again. Time is up and I'm calling up my friends. Ain't no wonder why, ain't no one to ride to. Here we go again. Call me up and you wanna be my friend. I'm the one you ride, I'm the one you ride to. If you don't wanna change, ain't no place to hide, ain't no one to run to. If you don't wanna change, I can help you out. 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 Look. If you don't wanna change, ain't no place to hide, ain't no one to run to. If you don't wanna change, I can help you out. I can help you out. I can help you out. I can help you out.
All right, guys, we're back. Let's go ahead and see if we can beat the Raiders. We ended our season 13-3. Let's look at our stats real quick first. Baker 3rd in yards, 2nd in touchdowns. Only 9 interceptions. He turned it up in the last part of the year. Nick Chubb over 1,000 yards. Kareem Hunt, that's a little creepy. 14 touchdowns for Nick Chubb, 10 for Kareem Hunt on the ground, 2 for Johnson, and Janovich got 2 as well. Receiving, Austin Hooper leads us with 944 yards. Really weird that a tight end led our team. 10 touchdowns. He led our team in touchdowns as well. Antonio Brown with 8 and 847 yards, showing he's still got a little bit of life left in him at his age. Jarvis Landry had 7 with 838 yards. Rashad Higgins had 3 through the air for Hunt. Only 4 for Junior before he got injured. Greg Olsen with 2. Kane with 2. And 1 for our fullback. Blocking. Wow. Allowed 12 sacks. That's rough. All right, defensively, let's look at our sack leader. Myles Garrett with 16. Sheldon Richardson with 12. Very dynamic duo. Larry Ogunjobi with 6. Trey Hendrickson with 4. 2 for Carl Joseph. 1 for Williams. 1 for Claiborne. So quite a few sacks. A lot of sacks. We had 6 interceptions by Denzel Ward. He better get Defensive Back of the Year with those stats. Rudy Williams with 3. Chaz Surton, the rookie middle linebacker, with 3. Ronnie Harrison Jr. with 3. Mac Wilson with 3. 2 for Delpit. 1 for Apple. And 1 for Stewart. TFLs led by Trey Hendrickson, who only had 4 sacks. But led with tackles for loss, which kind of evens that out, I guess, except for the fact that Myles Garrett still had 11. So Myles Garrett got 27 behind the line tackles. Our middle linebacker leading with the tackles. Denzel Ward having 81. See, forced fumbles. Let's see here. We had only 2 forced fumbles and didn't recover a single one. We have the number 1 offense in yards. 6th defense in yards. So we got a top 10 defense. We're number 1 in points scored. And 4th at points allowed. So we are a top 10 defense for sure. So let's get to this play the moments. Let's edit our uniforms. We haven't used anything except for our normals. Let's see what we got here. I like that color rush. I like that like reddish orange. What we got here? Go with this 1960s look. This has been like that long since the Browns have made the playoffs. Hope these jerseys will give us some luck and we can move forward in the playoffs. All right, let's see what we can do here. Third down alert, take control, keep the drive alive. Let's go for it. It is a 3rd and 2. Let's go for just like a quick, short pass. Something that hopefully will be easy to complete. And Antonio Brown drops it. Can't hold on to it through the contact. Over 2 for Baker Mayfield. They go for it on 4th and get it. We get the touchdown. Defense needs our help. Let's go ahead and give them a hand. Red zone situation. We definitely want to stop them from tying the game up if possible. Definitely a pass. And that one is incomplete. Going into a 3rd down now for Las Vegas. And we are going to Go with this. Cover hard flats. Bring it down into press coverage. They are all covered up. Nobody's getting to Derek Carr, though. Carr gets rid of the ball and can't complete it. They're going to have to go for a field goal here, leaving us with the lead. And the kick is good. 7-3 is the starting score for this game. We'll let the offense take care of themselves. All right, where are we at here? The 2-yard line. Yeah, let's go ahead and bounce an outside run with Nick Chubb. See if he can power it in here off this edge. Or off the outside here. Nick Chubb gets the score. We're going to take a 14-3 lead. These throwback uniforms seem to be a good luck charm for us right now. They score a touchdown. Defense needs our help. We're trying to stop them from tying up the game. I think that's a first. I could be wrong, but it looked like he rolled over into the first. He did. Bring in the man coverage, put it into press, squeeze the line up, just in case they get ballsy and run it. And that is a definite incompletion. And that's another first down. Oh, no, it's not. They're going to put it at inches. And our defense was ready for that, stopping them in their tracks. 38 seconds left. They're going to go for the field goal. Now they're going to call their last timeout. Let's see if we can ice the kicker. I know it's a really dumb spot to do it. Let's see if we can do it. See if we can put the pressure on him. He gets it. Let's let our defense do their own thing. I'm playing a lot of defense. Go on offense here. It is a 3rd and 2. And we're actually really close to the red zone. Each team with a turnover. A tight game right now. Jarvis Landry wide open through the slot. Jarvis bouncing off of a defender. And we get the first down and then some, down at the 10-yard line. Let's see what we can do to help our team score. We need the score here. I don't think I like this play too much. Let's switch this. We're going to go into a slant. Dante Hightower kind of chilling out in the middle. And Brown can't bring it in. Let's go into some curls here. It's not a super long throw. And Brown overshoots where I want him to go, and it's an interception. Raiders take over at the 20. Raiders now going away with this game. We need to score here. We need to stop them. And we need to get 2 scores. Landry can't bring that one in. See if we can get Nick Chubb a reception here for a touchdown. Oh, the defender gets his hand in there. I should have thrown it just a little bit sooner. So Raiders defense definitely bringing the pressure on us. And there's Antonio Brown with a reception. Let's run into hurry-up formation here. Run the fullback. See if we can get in with the tough score with the big guy, and he's not going to get in. Nick Chubb gets the screen pass, and that's a touchdown. All right, we need this score here. We just don't want to make any silly errors down here in the red zone. This is a spot that I throw a lot of interceptions, tight coverages. We got a wide receiver wide open. It's Antonio Brown. Antonio Brown gets a score, bringing us up by a field goal. Let's help the defense out here. And we stop the first. Let's see what they do here. They take the field goal. It's a tie game. Red zone alert. Take advantage. Something that we are more than okay with doing. See if we can get this jailbreak screen to work. Negative. Antonio Brown doesn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. Gets 1 yard. Gets 1 yard. Okay. See what we got in standard passes. Look at the skinny post. This play normally works relatively decent. Get it to Austin Hooper. Only open player that I could see. Our wide receivers weren't getting open. Go with spacing here. Go for a super short pass. Chew down the clock a little bit and try to make it so it's going to be a lot harder and put the pressure on the Raiders to score. Oh, I just about threw a pick. We're just going to go for the field goal. Take it up by 3. And we do. It's good. Game is on the line. Let's go ahead and play defense here. Within 2 minutes. There we go. Stop that for a minimal gain. They're just throwing the underneath game a lot here. They're not really taking any shots down the field. I mean, with how our defense was, I think we were number 1 in takeaways. And no first down for them. They're going to have to go for it here. Oh boy, I don't know what I called. Zone coverage. Lock down your areas, guys. It's wide open and a fumble! We finally recovered a fumble on the season. Let's go. Our first fumble recovery comes in the playoffs. Our team had caused a few fumbles, but never recovered them. 2 fumbles to be exact. That's our 3rd fumble, and we finally recover one. In the biggest time of need, we squeeze out the win here. Just barely beating the Raiders. So a tough game, but we come away with a dub, and a dub is a dub. See, where did they really hurt us at? Running. They ran all over us. Our running game was pretty silent. We had 4 takeaways, though. Not a clean game for either quarterback. Very defensive-based game in the playoffs. We get a bunch of upgrades here. I don't think there's anything... Our safety. The only one I'm really concerned about. So let's go ahead and pump him in a hybrid. Bring up that awareness. And we can go ahead and auto-upgrade the rest. So let's see who we will be taking on in the division. All right, Kareem Hunt is back. Carl Joseph is back. We get a weekly award somewhere. The interception, 2 forced fumbles, and a fumble recovery for Harrison Jr., the safety. Good game for him. We get some player upgrades. Greedy Williams gets an upgrade. We're going to go ahead and bump that slot. Make him more of a sticking nickel corner. Because he is a good enough backup that if Eli Apple were to go down, or any of our other corners, we would be fine. Our middle linebackers are actually upgrading very well, progressing forward our whole slew of rookie middle linebackers. Run another hybrid on our safeties here. Let's see who's taking... Baltimore's taking on Kansas City. We are taking on Buffalo. Chargers beat the Seahawks 29-21. 42-28 against the Packers for the Falcons. And 27-33 for the Panthers over the Niners. So let's go ahead and get into this game against Buffalo. And hopefully we can come out with another dub to move on to the next round of the playoffs. Regardless of how low some of the overall is on our defense, I honestly would like to say that our defense is performing better than what people think they should and what I think they should. Big first quarter drive. Let's go ahead and see what we can do. We haven't done a first quarter drive for a while. Bump Greg Olsen over. And that whole line just shifted. But that gives me more of a hole. Nick Chubb just about gets a first down. 8 yards on the carry. Out to the 28-yard line. We definitely want to use Nick Chubb to control the ball. He is probably the biggest weapon on our offense with Odell being out. Now 17 yards on the ground for Nick Chubb off 2 carries. About 8 yards per average. We will take it. I'm just kind of feeling out where Buffalo's at. Feeling how their defensive line is. See where their weak spot is. And it does not look like it's up the gut. And we just lost a player. They are bringing in some massive amount of heat. But you guys go ahead and bring in your heat. We got speed on the offense. Jarvis Landry with a beautiful reception. And that is a touchdown. Jarvis Landry. 64 yards. Able to break that post very quickly. To shed the corner that was on him. And down the field he went. So we are in the lead. I'm not going to take control of offense. We got a major lead now. 17-0 against the Bills. 20-0 against the Bills. game's done. There's no way they're going to come up with that many scores in one quarter. So we shut the Bills out in the playoffs. Both quarterbacks, 215 yards. 17 of 33, 21 of 40. 215 yards, 51 percentage for Baker, 52 for Josh Allen. Josh Allen also threw 2 interceptions, as to Baker's 1 touchdown. Over 100 yards on the ground for Nick Chubb. No touchdown, though. Kareem Hunt got the on-the-ground touchdown. Receiving, Antonio Brown leading the charge with 5 receptions, 98 yards, and a touchdown for Jarvis Landry. The only touchdown that we threw of the game. Allowed 1, 2 sacks the whole game. Not bad. Who had the interceptions? Both of them by MJ Stewart. Not a corner that I think is on the field very often. Do we have any sacks? We had 2 by Myles Garrett. A few tackles for loss. No forced fumble. So we get to move on in the playoffs and see where we go from there. +3 awareness. All right, so no new injury. Taking on the Baltimore Ravens, I'm going to be ballsy, and I'm going to sim to the next week. We're going to see if we beat them. We do not. 31-28. Close game. Take a look at Pro Bowl here. Patrick Mahomes is in the Pro Bowl. Baker Mayfield goes to the Pro Bowl. Nick Chubb goes to the Pro Bowl. Wide receivers, we probably won't have anybody. Tight ends, we probably will. Yeah, Austin Hooper makes the Pro Bowl. We don't have any wide receivers. Watt, Yanovich. Myles Garrett goes to the Pro Bowl. No surprise there with the year he had. Jordan Richardson makes a Pro Bowl appearance finally. Let's see. We get Denzel Ward into the Pro Bowl. That's it. I might have missed a few people, but get some upgrades. Auto upgrade that. Get that out of the way. Staff re-signing, we're fine. Our practice squad players have been signed. And then we're going to look at the yearly awards. We lost into the playoffs. Very disappointing. 1 game away from the big game. Let's look at yearly awards. MVP goes to Patrick Mahomes, getting his 2nd MVP of his career. Baker Mayfield is in the talk at number 3. Coach of the year goes to Kansas City. And we are at number 2. AFC Offensive Player of the Year is Patrick Mahomes, and Baker Mayfield at number 3 still. No Nick Chubb. Colin Kaepernick in the Colts. Defensive Player of the Year goes to J.J. Watt. Must have had a... Wow. Myles Garrett that low with that many sacks? Like 17 sacks. Trevor Lawrence gets Offensive Rookie of the Year. Lo and behold, the Jets grab Trevor Lawrence. Jets grabbed a lot of people. They got a lot of guys that... Defensive Rookie of the Year is our middle linebacker. No surprise there. He played very well for us. Starting out at a 70 overall. Best QB goes to Patrick Mahomes. 2nd to Baker Mayfield. Or Baker Mayfield 2nd to Patrick Mahomes. Best running back goes to Joe Mixon. Number 2 is Nick Chubb. And Kareem Hunt at number 7. Best wide receiver goes to Willie Snead. We probably don't have anybody in here. We do not. Chase Claypool gets the nominee. Offensive lineman, we probably don't. Oh, no, we do. We get Joel Byton. And Wyatt Teller. And J.C. Treader. Defensive lineman goes to J.J. Watt. Forrest Buckner. Chris Jones. Myles Garrett at number 4. Sheldon Richardson at 5. Linebacker goes to Jadeveon Clowney. Nobody in there for us. Best defensive back is Steven Nelson. Denzel Ward coming in at a hot number 3. And Greedy Williams coming in at number 10. Best kicker goes to, not us, but Josh Lambo. So we get some player upgrades. Let's see who it is. It is our middle linebacker. He gets one upgrade. Let's go ahead and give him his end of the year upgrade. He's a 78 overall with the morale boost. And he goes up, or he still is a star dev trait. Is Baltimore versus the Falcons. Let's see how that game plays out. And the Falcons finally win that Super Bowl. Let's take a look at retirements. See if we had any. I don't think we should. Okay, Greg Olsen and Antonio Brown. So, okay. 2 guys that we were going to let walk anyway. We have no cap space to sign anybody. So everyone is going to end up walking that is left, which is really not anybody, which is too concerning. Sign free agents. We have negative cap space, so we need to free up some cap room. Baker Mayfield kind of killed us. We could get rid of Case Keenum, honestly. Case Keenum's going to free up a lot of that cap. Maybe get a late round quarterback. We need some running backs. Odell would free us up 15 mil, but I don't think we can get rid of him. He's out for 5 more weeks, so by the time the draft comes around, we should be able to trade out Odell, who has done nothing but get injured the whole time we've had this team. And that'll save us up a lot of money. Go ahead and get rid of Chris Hubbard. That's going to free us up some money. Edge rushers is really nothing here to get rid of. Myles Garrett making a ton of money. Nothing we can do to get rid of that. Aside from that, I mean, our corners are pretty solid. Safeties are rather solid. Middle linebackers are solid. So we're going to go ahead. We're not going to have any money to go in here. I can guarantee it. Oh, no, we got 5 mil. We got $5 million. We could sign a backup quarterback. What's Marcus Mariota want? I'm not going to pay Marcus Mariota a ton of money to come to this team as a backup. That's for damn sure. I will give him a contract, but I'm not going to pay him very much money. We know we need at least one more corner. See if we can find a number 4 corner. Davius Ward wouldn't be bad, but I don't think we have the money that we can negotiate with him. I doubt he's going to want that deal. Yeah. So I'll leave it there. But I doubt Ward's going to want that. Let's go ahead and go to the next week. It's going to be a very draft-heavy offseason. Okay. Oh, we get... Okay. We get Ward. So let's just go ahead and jump up to the draft. We don't have to worry about picking up a backup quarterback, but we do need some offensive linemen. And we're going to try to trade up. I do want to get rid of Odell. Odell has been injured every season that we've done so far. All 2 seasons he's been out for the season. I know we're definitely going to need a wide receiver. Maybe not. Yeah, we'd need a wide receiver to replace Odell. O-line looks pretty stout. Defense, I think we're all right now. Generate our best lineup. Greedy Williams, Denzel Ward, Davius Ward. I think our defense looks fine at this point, aside from maybe a D tackle. That's a linebacker who has a star dev. All right. So, go ahead and start the draft. Let's go into a manual trade here and see who all would be interested in taking a very expensive Odell Beckham Jr. Cincinnati is, but I'm not trading him within our division. Odell's also starting to regress, so that is another thing that I have to keep in mind. What What about the Jets? The Jets could always use wide receivers. They have some cap room. They have an early enough pick that I'd be interested. Top 5 pick. They want a wide receiver. What about Odell for that first? Not taking it for the first, but let's see what we can do to maneuver some maneuvering here. I'll give you my late 2nd round pick. How about that? Jets take that. We move up to number 5. So let's go ahead and make our pick. We need 2 O linemen. We definitely need a wide receiver. So Hayward is the best option. We have scouted. Let's go ahead and take him. 20 years old. Slot wide receiver. Hidden dev. 76 overall. Ranked number 9. Got him at 5. A few spots early. But that is perfectly fine. Big bodied wide receiver too. 6'5", 215 pounds. Could actually probably play tight end. Our next pick is at number 29. Let's go ahead and jump forward. What do we got scouted here? We have running back scouted. We do need a running back. We need a number 3 runner. But I don't think we take a running back in the first. I think we look more into offensive linemen. Or D tackle. Let's look into D tackles here. So that's not a bad defensive tackle, but he's a 3rd round projection. Keep our eyes on Douglas Shelton. Going into the 2nd round. Need corners. We don't need corners. Irony. Calm down on corners. You have corners. You need a left outside linebacker. 2nd round talent. Is that right? I mean, we do need some backup offensive linemen. I want to see what I can get for this pick. In the 2022 draft, could move down to the 2nd, I'd be happy. Like an early 2nd. Don't think we're gonna get that. 50 is the earliest I'm seeing. That's gonna land me in roundabouts the same area I'm already at. Just in the next round. So let's go ahead and make a selection. We'll pick a player here. It'd be safety. We're going to go ahead and swing at the fences for an outside linebacker. We already have a bunch of right outside linebackers. Let's take a center. Let's take the center. 74 overall, normal dev trait, ranked number 21. Got him at number 29. I think that's a good pick. Go ahead and go to the 2nd. Jack Callaway is still there. George Freeman's still here. Kind of surprising. Let's go ahead and take Doug Shelton. We need the extra D tackle. 71 overall, 46 in true value. Drafted him at number 58. We are in the 4th round now. Now is the time that we really start looking into backup linemen. But I don't think we have really anybody scouted. Okay. But do we have scouted? What did the CPU scout for us? Left outside linebacker. I think that's the side we need, right? It is. He's a run stopper. Some speed rushers. There's an edge rusher. I mean, we have quite a few, though. Yeah, let's go ahead and look at left outside linebackers. See what all we have here. I guess we take the run stopper, Richard Clemens, out of Auburn. 69 overall, 87 true talent. Got him at 68. I think that's what that said. I wasn't paying that much attention. All right. We are starting to get to the nitty gritty. Let's see here. How many D tackles do we have? We have 5. We're good there, good there. We're actually really good on the defensive side of the ball. We really need offensive players. Let's look into offensive linemen. These are going to be big swings and a miss, but we're going to go ahead and look for some guys that might be all right. Go ahead and take George Bass. 62 overall. 219 got him at 295, got him at 125. We're just getting some backups at this point, making sure that we have some players that are ready to go. In case of injury, we get rid of the injury-prone Odell Beckham Jr. I'm looking at you. His bench press reps are what I look at. 6, 36. We'll go with you. 55. Ouch. Strong. No block skill. No block skill whatsoever. Oh. We're back. We are in the 5th. Do we have anything that would be worth grabbing in the 5th? Maybe another D tackle. Let's go with this Chris Nance. Here he is. 70 overall, ranked number 60 when got him at 157. Developable, I guess. We're in the 6th round, and this is our last pick because we traded around our 7th. Jim Collins looks beautiful. 66 overall, got him at 162. Ranked 162, got him at 189. And then we can just skip to the end of the draft. Oh, get that big stretch out. Offense falls a little bit. We do bring in a new wide receiver for Baker Mayfield, who goes up to a star dev trade. We didn't get any running backs. We're going to have to pick up a free agent running back. Why does he have spin cycle? Okay, we'll take sleight of hand. Spin cycle just did not make sense. Defensively, E. Williams does not go up in anything, which is really irritating because he did get one of the defensive backs of the season, but that's fine. Our middle linebacker doesn't get anything, even though he got offensive or defensive rookie of the year. So let's go ahead and look into free agency. We need at least one more running back. Guess Edwards wouldn't be too bad. We're gonna have we have a ton of money in cap space, so we could actually bring in 2 running backs. Let's go ahead and bring in Le'Veon Bell as well. Bring in the veteran running back as a help. Who else is in free agency? Is there any decent wide receivers? James Washington. Pittsburgh lets him walk. I would definitely take James Washington on our team, even though we just drafted a wide receiver. Damian Harrison, big snack sitting there. I think we're good now. Replacing the Odell Beckham Jr. trade. After 2 injury-prone seasons for him. Travis is going to be in the slot anyway. He's getting older. He's I think, already regressed a little bit. He has. He was like almost a 90. Oh, no, he hasn't. Oh, he hasn't. Okay. He's got to start regressing, so we might as well let these younger guys get their snaps, get their reps, get the boosts, the whole 9 yards. And then defensively, I think we're fine. Let's bring you. One of our safeties went up a dev trait. We at least got that. So that's going to do it for this stream, guys. Thank you so much for coming in and hanging out and watching the stream and interacting with me. Greatly appreciate it. Don't forget to leave a like to push the channel for the YouTube algorithm to say, hey, we want more of this guy. We think everybody should get more of this guy. He's amazing. You're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button and the bell notification to see when I go live and when I upload. Share the channel with your friends. Discord server link, as always, is down below. I love y'all, and I will catch you guys in the next one.